That's your B-rolling.
Nice to see you. How are you?
You gentlemen were so warm and friendly. I was expecting more. Don't look us in the eyes.
No, that's not us.
No. Do not
That's not us.
eye contact with the artist.
That's the Tonight Show.
Well, that was actually the first thing we did want to ask you, Kevin. You were spotted. You've already met some of our listeners here.
Yes.
Yeah.
What? At Starbucks.
You were downstairs. What are you doing?
Awesome.
You're famous. Why are you buying your own coffee?
I creep around and buy coffee.
What happened when you went up to them? Were they like,
Well,
whoa?
I was in line.
I
And
love that
they
you
were
think-
behind me, and they're like, "Woo!" And I was like, "Hi." And she's like, "Can I get a picture?" I'm like, "Yeah." After I get my coffee, yeah.
I love that you thought that he approached them.
I know, sorry.
Yeah.
Hi, you're from Australia? Yeah.
You guys look like our Australian fans.
And they were on their way to the pool party. How'd that go? Did they go good?
Well, we haven't seen. Well, they all look a bit dusty today, so I think they had a great time.
They had a good time. Dusty.
Dusty.
Is that what you call it?
Yeah.
Dusty. After a day of partying, you look dusty.
Oh, Dusty.
Dusty and dirty, man.
Do you guys still get dusty now, or with
Oh,
the
yeah.
fam and you're all keep it clean and keep
Yeah.
it straight?
No, we get
You
dusty.
still get dusty?
Yeah.
Dusty after cleaning diapers.
I know how things have changed for you.
Things have changed in a great way for all of us, yeah.
What happens on the road now? Do you take the fam with you, or is it too hard? Or
We all try to.
Yes, we
Obviously,
do.
you know, kids are in school. We have to plan around that and just kind of organize. But yeah, you know, it's like we used to have bottle service backstage, and now we have baby bottle service. And, you know, what used to be like the little VIP room now is like a little playroom. So it's actually really, really nice.
Is that a strange balancing act going, all right, we've got to do, thousands of people show in Vegas, but then I've also got to do school drop-off?
It's very
fun.
grounding.
It is.
I love it. Very fun.
Very humbling.
Yeah. I think when we go back home, we're still working.
Yeah.
And that's the
yeah.
real work, actually.
I don't find it work, though.
But I think we all can attest that our wives probably have the hardest jobs.
Yes, they do.
And we have
Oh,
the
yeah.
That
best
is the
wives.
We got
correct
super
answer.
women
Well
behind
done.
us.
Wonder Woman.
Because we go home, and I know how it is when 2 hours goes by and the wife's not there. I'm like, when you come back home?
As someone that does school drop-off, I would love if I came across you guys at school drop-off. The school mums must just go crazy when you rock up.
It's interesting.
It is. There's some. That's fun.
We're quite normal outside of being
No,
Backstreet
really?
Boys. Yeah. I mean,
we take out
not
the
to, not to just, give the mystique away, but we're kind of normal guys, So
We're kind of boring. Sorry.
It's incredible. Your first single in 5 years, and it is just soared. It is the greatest hit. We're loving it down
Yeah.
in
Thank you so
Australia.
much.
Thank you.
It's just
Thank you.
great. Does it still give you the same thrill when it
Absolutely.
hits those heights?
yeah.
I mean, we're just excited that people are responding to it. We go in the studio, we record a song, and never know how it's going to turn out. I mean, we loved it the moment that we heard the song, and we felt like we could really deliver on it. But there's always that little bit of nervousness when you put it out because you never know how people are going to respond to
Yeah.
it. And it's just been blowing up worldwide. And this is a perfect excuse for us now to come back to Australia, and we
Oh,
can't wait.
we've heard
When?
There are. I just wanted to add to that, and then I'll tell you when we're coming to Australia. There are moments when we all. There are rare moments when we all agree on something, and "Don't Go Breaking
That
My
was one of
Heart"
them,
was
yeah.
one of them. When we put our voices on it, when we heard the way it was sounding, we all felt special about it. And just to add to what Nick is saying, it's great to have the world responding to it the way they are.
What happens if you don't all agree? Who wins?
Democracy.
Democracy.
Democratic
We're
vote.
never going to have a tie.
Unless someone vetoes.
Unless
Yes.
someone abstains.
Yes. Or it goes flip-flops. Then it's,
And so can I go
Or it doesn't
when
show up.
now? Can I get the when?
Yes, so
Yes.
Australia. So our plan is...
Yeah.
Man,
For
we
next-
almost got past that question.
You want it? He's a good Jedi.
guys chime in and correct me if I'm wrong. Top of the year, we're going to be in rehearsals for our world tour. Dropping the album October-ish, hopefully.
This is all
Yeah.
correct.
Yep. Good
planning-
fact checking. Thank you.
Thus far.
Going to be
Thus
in
far.
rehearsal into this year, top of next year.
Yep.
And we're going to start our world tour off in Europe next summer. Then from there, we go to
Okay.
the United States. Then from there, we go to Australia, Southeast Asia. So it'll probably be end of next year.
Great.
The fall, probably.
but don't hold us to that, okay?
Don't
Well, don't
Honestly.
go breaking our hearts though.
Working us
Don't
around.
We don't have
Right
exact
now.
dates yet, but
we can.
But we are
Definitely
coming.
I
We are
hope they
coming.
can time it where I can bring my family because
me
every
too.
time I
Yeah.
go there, I come back home and I'm like, honey, I want to take the kids to Australia and New Zealand. It's so beautiful. It's so amazing. So
Well, coming summer, so that
Well, I
you
was
go to
gonna say
the
that's
beach.
your summertime there, right?
Yeah.
So the beach, the zoo.
Yeah.
Summer there. That's
Yeah.
the goal.
Oh, very well planned.
We go to Bondi Beach.
Are you
and on
finding-
bikinis.
What are you rocking these
and your
days?
thong.
G-string on the beach?
What's that?
Nothing. It's okay.
You don't want to see that, trust me.
You seen who's the guy? Sacha Baron Cohen
Yeah,
when he
yeah.
wears
How he grows his
The
hair out.
mankini.
He wears
All
that
his
thing.
hair grows
The
out.
mankini.
That thing that
That's
comes
exactly
down
what it
and
is.
just has a thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's how.
And I'm Puerto Rican, so I get a lot of hair. So
Did you get
it'll
the
come out.
fly's eyes?
Oh, I get
Not
it all.
appropriate. Move on.
I can't wait to show Bondi.
Is it exciting for you guys getting new fans now? Obviously, constantly putting out new music. You get these young kids who they'll hear "Don't Go Breaking My Heart" and they're like, "Man, have you heard this new group, Backstreet Boys?"
It's incredible.
It's pretty
It's
cool.
actually
pretty cool,
surreal
man.
because sometimes we'll get those fans that'll come through our meet and greet lines and we'll see them for the first time. Sometimes we'll see like 3 generations. We saw, I think, one time an 80-year-old. I think she was like turning 80 or
generations, I think.
80 or something like that. That she brought her daughter, and then her daughter brought her child, and so it's
Wow.
it's crazy like how our music's kind of like transcending. It's just
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
unbelievable.
We're truly blessed because we not only have the catalog to be able to go out there and perform if we wanted to right now, and just the nostalgic of just being of our 25 years.
Tell me
but
why.
the fact that we actually have a song that's on the radio that feels very current right now. And it's almost like for us, to have the second go at it is just amazing. We're very blessed.
Even like we work on the radio station, you hear the songs one after the other. It feels, like you said, so current. It could sit. It's not like, oh, here's a flashback.
Right,
It
exactly.
is. That's
That's
what's
what
so
we're
awesome
We loved it
about
because it felt fresh, but at the
Yeah.
same time, it sounded like us. It didn't sound like we're trying to be something
Yeah.
that we're not.
Exactly.
But it doesn't sound exactly like everything on the radio, but it fits. So
But it sounds like the Backstreet Boys.
Backstreet
It's very-
2.0.
It's very Backstreet-esque.
that's how we're trying to take this whole album. We want to make a world-class record right now, and we've got some bangers. That's just the tip of the iceberg.
Some tunes.
Oh, yeah.
We do. Tunes.
We're actually just in the studio yesterday. We were all in the studio yesterday.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, putting
Tunes.
finishing touches
What's
on the record.
craziest thing you've read about yourselves over the years?
I think Kevin had we always talk about it, but you had a part for Vampire Lestat, remember?
Yep.
Remember that?
Yeah.
You were supposed
He was
to be
supposed to be in an interview
sequel
for a
to-
vampire.
Yeah, yeah. Yep, that I
wasn't
was going to
true.
do that, and then that I had been killed. That was another one that I was dead.
I wrote that, and I'm sorry. That was me.
that came from you?
I just wanted to mess with you guys.
Knew it!
Because I did read that one of you, and I'm not sure if this is a Wikipedia trick or whether it's true, that in one of your songs there's one of your farts. Is that true?
That's true.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
That's true.
Yes, AJ let the cat out of the bag.
Flatulence.
Yep.
Or the fart out of the bag.
I didn't even know who. I
Yes.
just pointed to the
Yes.
smelliest person.
AJ decided to let go of
How does that end
our
up?
secret that we had amongst all of us for 23
It was in the
years.
right
AJ decided to
key,
let it out.
and it was in the right
right
timing.
key. It's on the call.
Yes, it was.
It's on the
It was
call.
in the-
True. That is
So
not
listen,
true.
Yes.
It was in the right key.
Everybody out there, get
the
the
right
call,
time.
stream the call, and on
The little bridge breakdown thing.
I did a little ha 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 too hard.
Yes, a little bit.
Well,
And something else that came
There
out.
it fits perfectly with the way we finish a lot of our interviews, which is, Howie, if you wouldn't mind farting on key.
Wait a minute. Don't pull my finger. Just a second.
The other thing that we read was that Ryan Gosling was meant to be a part of the Backstreet Boys.
Not necessarily meant to
that
be.
was a story
That was
he
all-
invented.
AJ
That
once
was
again
all
let the cat out of the
fabricated,
bag.
but no, him and
was
I
fabricated by
used to
AJ.
live in the same apartment complex, and he was doing the Mickey Mouse Club, and we had just kind of formed, and I kept telling him like every day on the basketball court, like I'm going to be in this band, it's going to be huge, and he just kept saying it's never going to happen, it's never going to happen. Fast forward to today, he was wrong. So
I
You
mean,
know.
what an idiot.
But
he
he's
really
doing
missed
his
out.
job.
I think he's doing just
He's
fine.
doing really good.
I think he's doing okay.
He's not crying.
He's put out some duds, let's be honest. I know we have to wrap things up.
Why?
What? Can we keep going?
Tell me.
Why? Tell me why.
Should have just gone with it. You felt it.
Pull my finger.
Kevin, I'm thinking of growing my hair. You've been through a few hair phases. Howie, you've been through a few hair phases as well. Does the long hair give you more confidence as a man?
You know,
You're looking at me like, what the was that question?
it's like Samson and Delilah. You ever read that story?
That's a biblical story.
I haven't.
It's a biblical story.
I haven't. But I feel like as the last question,
No,
it's
you know
going to go
what?
into some detail.
Yeah, I get bored. You know, AJ would get bored and dye his hair all shades of the rainbow. I get bored and just switch it up. And I figure, you know, I'm getting up there in age.
Yeah.
And how long am I going to be able to pull off waist length hair?
We'll
you
be in
know?
the dressing
So-
room, and all of a sudden,
So I might as well try it
I'll
now.
look over to the right, and I'm like, oh my God, Steve Aoki. Oh no, you're Kevin. What's up?
It's true. Hey, Steve.
Well, we've absolutely loved chatting to you. There's millions listening to you around the country at the moment, but you're about to go perform to a very special bunch who we've flown all the way over from Australia. Just a small bunch of people who love you just as much as we do. Thank you so much.
Thanks
We're
for
glad
coming all the
your
way.
hits
We
are just
appreciate
you.
cranking
Thanks
in
for making the
Australia.
trip.
Together all on the same flight?
No,
Everybody?
we flew separately to them.
Oh, they were. Yeah.
At least you did that.
No, they're awesome. You'll love them.
Don't get that bit in. Yes, we were all on the same plane.
Thank you so much and have fun out there.
Thank you.
Thanks, boys.